Welcome to another show, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Good evening to each and every one of you out there that's taking the time to join us here on this Wednesday evening. That's right. We're going to kick off the last show of 2023, ladies and gentlemen. And I would like to welcome to the show for the very first time here on the Tejano Time podcast. He's been on my radio show in the past a few times, but here live on the show, this is his very first time. And we would like to welcome him with open arms, of course, obviously, and congratulate him as well on his winner. I mean, he's a winner, man. And we're talking about a two-time Latin Grammy winner, Mr. Juan Treviño. Welcome to the show, my brother. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Tejano Time podcast tonight.
Hey, Keith. Thanks for having me here. It's really a pleasure. Like you said, I've been to the radio show a couple of times, and I think more than that.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy talking to you, man, and talk about the music business and a little bit of my story and everything that comes with it.
For sure. Yes, definitely. Again, Este, I know there's a lot of people out there that are, that didn't get a chance to watch the Grammys, but I've heard about it, Juan Treviño and whatnot. There's been a lot of different, what kind of reactions have you been getting, I guess, of late right now, who's Juan Treviño and who's this? So they didn't know then, they know now, you know what I mean? I know you had one back in 2017 also, so that's a two-time Grammy winner. Been nominated 4 times as well. I mean, great accomplishments, man. And we're not just talking about winning the Grammys, but you've got a lot of talent under your belt. We're talking from songwriting, producing, compose. Now you wrote this album that you got nominated for and won. Is this a production that you did? I'm not going to say alone, but that you wrote. Well, you wrote the entire album, or you had some help with others?
No, I wrote all the lyrics to all the songs, arranged.
Wow.
It was co-produced with my good friend Carlos Alvarez. He's also in charge of the distribution for Penfo Music for my album. And it was a collaborative effort, it was a whole
Right.
group. I usually work with the same guys here in town because not knocking on anybody from San Antonio or other places, but I feel like the sound that I have is because it's from here, from Houston. It's if I hire or collaborate with other people from either the Valley or San Antonio, I feel like it's gonna sound too much of the same, like everything that's out there. So I think that's what stands out a little bit more about my style, that it's in between the norteño light and the Tejano. I try to
Yes.
balance both styles to cater to both audiences.
Of course, yes, and that does make a lot of sense too. Like you said, balancing on both styles, and that's a challenge for some people sometimes. You know what I mean, in the industry. But you seem to pull it off well, and you did well. Pretty much, it paid off.
Yeah.
So for again, it's what sparked you, bro, to get into doing the singing thing recently. I know, like I said, you've produced and written a lot of songs for many artists in the past, or just written many songs. Period. In the past, and you just decided to. You have done it before like that, but this one here was just what makes this album here different from the past.
I sat down to it was try to make something different, something unique, something. I mean, it's been done before where people mix the norteño light with the Tejano style, but I think this time I give it a little different twist,
Hmm.
and it's just the musicians that I use. Like, for example, I use Fito Olivares sound on the drums. Candido Resendez, who's also I've known since high school, did some of the drums also. I recorded bass, bajo, accordion, and some of the keyboards. So I
Hmm.
try to do everything myself because I hear it a certain way, and I want it to sound like that when it's recorded.
It was recorded.
But also, Ernie Gonzalez helped also with the engineering from Grupo Alamo. Carlos
Hmm.
Alvarez helped with the producing and some of the keyboards also. So it was, I think, really the songs also talk a lot about where people can identify with them songs. They could dedicate them either to a loved one or going through a heartbreak. They could easily identify to the song too. So I think that's what helped too also.
Yes, and then the songs is pretty much a lot of love songs that you have on there. A lot of things or songs pertaining to that there on the album as well. That's been mentioned a few times here in the last couple of months. You know what I mean? Because you've been interviewed through all over the place. You know what I mean? Since
Yeah.
since winning. You know what I mean? So you've been, whether it be on TV, radio, whatnot, podcast. We're closing out the year here. I'm not sure what you got in a couple of more weeks or so. If not, if this is going to be the last show you're on tonight here with the Tejano time. But I said I got to get Juan in here to chat a little bit before the new year. You know what I mean? So it's a new year, new different things. So
Yeah.
let's wrap up this year and get it done here. What is the most challenging part of you as again, sort of songwriting, but as a vocalist? You performances, or you just do a lot of acoustic sessions here and there and whatnot. Really haven't taken the time to actually go out and perform or do anything like that. It's not something on your agenda right now, but it's probably in the works in the future. But still, you still sing, you still put your voice on an album, so that's still, you're still considered a vocalist, obviously. So what are some of the different things that you actually go through as a vocalist, challenges and stuff like that, part of being one, a vocalist?
I guess me being hard on myself, to try to be a better artist and a better singer every day, right?
Hmm.
There's been times where, like, for example, this production took almost a year to record. I recorded Sedúceme last year, and it came out in around November, I think. And
Hmm.
it took me about 6 to 7 months to record the rest of the album, for the same reason that I would go back and try to be a perfectionist, and also, I mean, I have the privilege también of knowing the guys from La Mafia here, which I've worked for as a songwriter before, and I've recorded Bajo Quinto, and the latest single I actually recorded the ukulele on the cumbia that
Okay.
they have out, and calling Mando, and asking him, hey, how do you think about this style? Do you think it's gonna work? As far as the keyboard with the accordion, more norteño. And he's the one that told me, put the keyboards in there, man. I like it, to just go for it. So I mean, just having also, that the respect and the that I can call him, and ask him questions like that,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
so it's a privilege. But me, as far as singing, I mean, I just from at home, I sing every day when I write my music and stuff. But I'm planning, hopefully this next year, to do a couple shows. I'm not gonna go on tour or anything like that, but
Hmm.
I do want to start a band and then have some shows here and there, maybe once a month. But uh, nothing
Nothing
to where play every weekend at
every week.
clubs and stuff like that. Yeah, just try to be more to where venues where people can come and just listen to the music more than, like, dance to it.
Right, sort of like a small little arena or somewhere like that, just
Yeah.
to, go out there and check that. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I definitely would look forward to that as well. Um, the album right now, let's just check right quick. We've got a few comments right here, Stefan, before we continue here, just to make sure we're not going to miss anything with anybody here. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Well, congrats to you. That's from Alejandro C. Lopez, also right there.
Gracias.
Big shout out to him. We got, let's see, Luis AG says, saludos para todos, is watching in the group there. Luis AG. Hector Ruiz, también, thank you so much for watching the show tonight. Shout out to you guys, Johnny De Los Santos, Joe
Saludos.
Fonseca, Eddie Gonzalez, Melissa Alvarez, Chris Garcia, Mr. Jojo Herrera. Let's see here. We got Roberta Lewis, también is watching. So big shout out to you guys right there. Rudy and Rocha says, hey guys, hope all is well. Saludos, Keith. And of course, el maestro, Mr. Juan Treviño. Congratulations again, my brother. Saludos. He said,
Thank
salute.
you so much. I mean, to everybody who's watching, I unfortunately I don't have a here to where I can read all the comments, or whoever's in here, but I really appreciate you being here and being part of this podcast.
And there you go. Appreciate you guys as well. That's the right here. We got Mr. El Chavalon. He says saludos también. El
Saludos.
Chavalon from New Mexico talk show. Let's see here. Para Henry. Thank you so much. DJ Hen Dog in the house. All right, so guys, if you guys have any information, some questions for this guy right here, feel free to drop him in the box. He'd be more than happy to answer your questions here in just a few minutes right here as we continue to our podcast right here tonight. Again, El Super Mex. That's right. Saludos desde el Valle. He says he's watching this right here.
Saludos, Supermax.
Yes, Clemens, Hector Ruiz says, Juan, what's up, my amigo? Saludos from your friends in Klamath Falls, Oregon. So, Grupo
Saludos
Sopa.
hasta allá.
There you go,
Thank
Mr.
you for
Danny.
watching.
Yes, Danny Noyola también. Thank you for watching
Saludos,
the
Danny.
show tonight. So, what do you think makes a great song, and how do you strive, to achieve a great song? Being that most of your stuff that you have going back to that is a great song. I know you had the last time you were at the studio, you came in and we shared some of your music off the album during the interview and whatnot, and I was like, wow. I said this song right here And you're like, no, 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 don't
You
tease
can't
it
show that one
yet.
yet.
Don't show it yet. But I had taken a
Yeah.
listen to everything before, and you know what I mean, because that's just what I like to do. And you're like, no, that, and that's actually the one that is killer that I love that's on the album there, which we'll get to in a minute because we have the video as well, and we will share that here during the podcast. So we'll get to that in a minute. But again, you know, you're when it comes to writing a song, you know, what's your approach on writing the lyrics and composing melodies, should I say?
Uh, really, all my songs when I write them at the beginning, they're all ballads, and then I decide to transform them into a cumbia or ranchera, or or just keep it a ballad. Uh, when it's for me, I try to just make myself happy. If I'm happy, then I know that I'm gonna do a good job with the production because I love the song, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna put 110%. And if I put 110% and I like it, eventually, I think that's gonna translate to the audience, and they're gonna enjoy it because it's me. It's not trying to be. I'm not trying to be anybody else or trying to sound like anybody else. Whatever comes out is what I'm feeling at the time, and if the song's perfect, with the three-chord progression, then it's perfect with the three-chord progression. If I feel that it needs to be more complex, and then I start adding more stuff. But it really it's on the mood that I'm that day.
Hmm.
And a lot of the songs that I record is songs that I give other bands also, and they don't end up recording them, and I really like them. So I just do them myself instead of moving them around with other bands for a while. That happened with the song that I won my first Grammy for, Siempre es así. That song I had given it to Solido, and they worked on it. They it just didn't make the cut at the end for that album.
Yeah.
I don't remember the album. So it didn't make the cut, which is fine. It happens all the time.
Hmm.
So I wanted to record it, and I recorded it 3 months later, and that's the one that I won the Latin Grammy for, best regional Mexican song of the year. So I mean, it's it's uh it's really the way you feel about the song, what you put behind it. If you're happy, if you're sad, it's always going to be something different that translates to the music you put out that one day. So if you're not happy with it, you just have to start from scratch.
From scratch, yes, very much so, right there. If you guys are just joining us here, Juan Treviño, two-time Grammy winner, right here. Este just won one this past year, and four times, you know, he's been nominated four times, should I say, as well. So everybody that's watching out there, you know, share the live as well. We definitely want you to share the live. Para empezar a amar, that's the name of the album. I believe that's the name. Yes, that's the name of your album there,
That's
right
it.
there. Best Tejano album. That's what he got that for right there. So if you guys didn't know, you know now. All right. So there's a few picks we want to share with these guys here. You know, he's like I said, he's been all over, you know, and whatnot, and doing all kinds of great things. You know, from sharing with the public and everybody out there, and any other media outlet that reaches out, you know, to help him, not help him, but just to share the moment. You know, because this is
Yeah.
huge. You know what I mean? This is two-time, and it doesn't get any better than that. You know what I mean? The music, the album is just outstanding. You know, so if you haven't had a chance to listen to it, we are going to play a song here for you. I know some of you out there are, you know, kind of like, hey, who's this and who's that? Because we've gotten a lot of people like, hey, you know what, you're going to find out. All right, guys,
Yeah.
we're going to play a song here in just a few minutes there. From Juan Treviño there is. So I guess, you know, do you draw from personal experiences or outside influences when creating songs, music wise? I
Yeah.
mean,
All the time, all the songs have a little bit of me, as far as maybe a little phrase of something that I'm going through or went through or that I feel. But the whole song may not be about me. When I do write the love songs and stuff like that, I've always said that I've written them for my wife.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's really my inspiration, my wife. And everything that you hear stuff you see on social media. Somebody posts something, some drama, or a nice story that and you just, I mean, even if it's a phrase, a word, I usually just write it down on my phone. And then when I feel like writing, I come back and look through my phone, through my notes, and that, make them into songs from a little
Outstanding.
phrase.
Very, very talented right there. Talking about Mr. Juan Treviño right here. We got some more shout outs right here, guys, on the show. Jonathan Espinosa, the Maestro Juan, says right there he's watching live as
Saludos,
well.
Jonathan, all the way to Florida.
Yes, sir. Another great guy right there. And we've got we got Roy Mesa. Congratulations to you, Juan Treviño, and to Mr. Leal. Well, no need to
Saludos, Roy.
congratulate me, but maybe just on the last show. Okay, I appreciate that, Roy. Big shout out to Roy here from Houston, Texas. All right. So, Rebecca Denise, también congratulations. Juan Treviño, she's watching the show. Terry Tejana Duarte también is also watching. Saluditos from San Angelo.
Saludos a todos.
Angel Miranda también is watching. Jim Luna. Keith, saludos. Juan también. Saludos.
Saludos, Jim. All the way to Angleton.
Yep. Para Cesar Cantú is watching también. Tex-Mex Chorizo. Big shout out to him. Let's see. Andy G. Ramirez también is watching. A lot of great people out there tuning in right now. Share the live, guys. Terry Garza también, thank you so much for joining us here on the live. We got the special guest, Mr. Juan Treviño, with us here today on Tejano Time. If you guys have any questions for him, feel free to drop them. Don't be shy. You know what I mean? Because I know how you guys can get out there sometimes. But when it's something that they really want to talk about, they're on there. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah, definitely. It's the song. I said that I want to get to the song. I want to get to the video, but I'm going to wait just a few more minutes right here, so that way we can get some people in here. There's already a lot of people already on the show. Memories, man, like a memorable performance. You know what I mean? Not performance, but a memorable time. I guess going back. A song that you had written in the background. What was the meaning to that one song? Do you have anything that you can go back on that you actually written a song for someone that actually had some meaning? And do you have that background you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, I think the song that really is more popular of mine that never got played on the radio and it got popular on YouTube. It's a song that I wrote for my dad when he passed. The name of the song is Cuanto Me Haces Falta, and it's a real simple song, just me singing with the guitar. And I wrote it because my mom decided to play it at the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't sing it, so they just played it, just the audio. And my family members wanted to hear the song that couldn't make it to the funeral, so I uploaded it to YouTube, not thinking anything, just so they could hear it.
Can hear it,
And
right.
before you knew it, there was comments from all over the world. Until this day, it's the song that I have millions of views, and every day they leave me comments on how that song has helped them. And I'm talking about from Venezuela, Peru, Colombia,
Wow.
Argentina, all over the world. And I think it's that one song that, is still, to this day, it's the most played of mine. And it's something that, that I wrote for my dad. So it's really special.
That's outstanding right there. And it's available on YouTube, right? They can go out there and check it. And of course, on all digital platforms.
After a while, I had to put it on the platforms because everybody wanted to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I think it's been recorded also by 3 or 4 artists, one of them from Colombia. And everybody wanted me to send them the chord progression to the song so they could sing it at funerals. So what I just did like a karaoke version of it. And a lot of people have it on YouTube also singing it themselves.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And Rebecca Denise says here, how can we get Juan Treviño's music? So that's what she's saying there. Actually, she's out of Dallas, Texas. And,
it's all over. Yeah, it's all over the platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you listen to your music, it's available. This last album, I did not do it on a hard copy CD because I really don't sell them. So if I'll be just storing them here in a box. I have a lot of CDs from the first album that that they're still here, and so I decided not to do the hard copy this time. And but you could get it all over, anywhere where you listen to anything, and even YouTube, anywhere you can find music, it's there. Just gotta search my name.
There you go. Yep, I'm most likely on all digital platforms out there. So just search his name, Juan Treviño, and his stuff will pop up right there. That's right, Miss Rebecca Denise. All right, and it says here, awesome. That's what music does. It moves people. So I guess that's a comment from Terry Tejano Duarte as we were talking about the song previously that you were talking about there. For sure.
And
Thank you.
And it happens with a lot of songs that I write for other artists too. They send me messages as soon as they find out that it's mine. And that's I think the beautiful part about writing music is that it affects people in different ways. A song that maybe I wrote it thinking of something, when somebody else hears it, they interpret the song totally different to what they're going through. Mm-hmm. And that's the magic of music, and I just love what I do for that reason.
For sure. And going back to you writing a song, or songs that you write, other artists have recorded many of your tunes, correct?
I've written songs for La Mafia, Sólido, David Lee Garza, Michael Salgado, Signo, Jimmy Gonzalez, Eli de Reina. Just it's just too many artists to name.
to name.
Also, también in norteño, I've written for a lot of artists too, and that's when I just decided that it was time to do music for myself. You know, for a
Yeah.
long time I played music with my brothers and cousins. It was a band called Esencia. We were together since '98, and that project I stopped it like in 2015. And it was more norteño light, and that's when I decided to do the singer songwriter uh, uh, project. And
Mhm.
you know, I'm happy that I made that switch because you know I think I've done a lot better as a singer songwriter now, and I've gotten to know more artists. I got to work with people that I never thought you know I would work for because of that change.
Yeah, for sure. There's no doubt about that. And as a songwriter, Juan, how do you collaborate with other songwriters like that when you come across another song that you guys want to co-write, should I say, or co-writing a song? So how do you guys collaborate on when it comes
I
down to do that?
I really haven't done it a lot. I've done it con mostly with Lalo Reina, which is Elida's husband.
Hmm.
Uh, but I feel like I'm not good at it for the same reason that I don't do it a lot. So whenever you know they ask me to do it, I say, yeah, we could try it. I said, but I don't guarantee you that something good's gonna come out of it because I just feel that I'm not good enough at co-writing. But it's for the same reason that I don't practice it all the time. You know, just like anything else, if you the more you do it, you know, the better it's gonna come out. But uh, I really don't do it a lot, so I try to do everything myself. Sometimes it sounds like a little selfish, but I feel
Hmm.
like because I'm not a songwriter that can just sit down and write songs. They usually have to come to me. It has to be I wasted a lot of time trying to write songs, and then the next day I just trash them because I don't like it. And it's just that I wasn't supposed to write a song that day. It's just I've gone to the point to where I know that I had to, whenever I feel like writing, it's gonna come to me, and I could write a song maybe in 15 minutes. For the
Wow.
Adicta song that I did for Eli de Reina, I wrote it in 15 minutes, and
Unbelievable.
it just happens like that.
Hmm. So do you ever just like if you're just driving down the road and something comes to mind, you just got to pull over and stop and write it down? Does you ever experience that? Have you ever
Uh,
experienced it?
Back in the day, I would have to write it. Now it's with the phones, so I just record
Yeah,
whatever idea I have on the
makes
audio on the
sense.
memos,
Hmm.
and I just record it. Even if it's a melody, if it's a small part, I'll just hum it on the mic, and like I said, when I feel like writing, I come back to those notes and those audios that I have, and I go from there.
Outstanding. Well, we're gonna play a song here. We got a video. Put it that way. We're gonna play a video here for everybody that's tuned in out there. Once again, "Cómo empiezas a olvidar." Okay, that song right there is killer. That song went everywhere on radio. If they didn't jump on it, they would, I mean, it's. I mean, I like the entire thing. Tell me a little bit about the production because there's a lot of key Tejano musicians, friends of yours as well, that participated in this song as well.
Well, on this song, it's on the saxophone is Rick Rios. He's from here from Houston, but he plays saxophone for Los Musicales. The rest of it and the drums is Nacho Lozano from Monterrey. He used to play for Grupo La Firma, and everything else is me. Oh no, some of the keyboards is Carlos Alvarez also. I'm lying, yeah, Carlos Alvarez on the keyboard. But yeah, I did the accordion, bajo sexto and bass, and of course the vocals. So this song talks about uh, when it's time to move on, and you know that you have to, but your heart still
Still.
loves her. So you're trying to explain to the heart that it's time to let go, and it's como empiezas a olvidar. It's that's what the heart is asking. Like, how do you start to to even
To even,
imagine try
yeah,
to forget
imagine.
somebody?
Hmm.
So so that's what this song's about.
So we're gonna check it out right now. We got the video for everybody out there that's tuned in right now. It's to check this song out, okay, guys, and let us know what you think as well. If you have never heard the song, check it out, okay? It's again, it's on the airwaves. You can find it here on Houston's Tejano Hits, and throughout stations throughout the state of Texas, whether it be internet, some of the local radio stations as well, airing it as well. Check it out. Here's the video. We'll be right back here shortly with some more Juan Treviño right here on Tejano Time.
No sé qué hacer con este corazón que le han robado toda su ilusión sin darse cuenta. Ella un día se marchó. Sigue aferrado a ese viejo amor y no le importa que lo traicionó. Todo fue en vano. Sigue pensando en el pasado. Él así es feliz siempre pensando en ella. Yo la quiero olvidar, volverme a enamorar. ¿Cómo hacerle entender que nada saldrá bien si no la deja de querer? ¿Cómo empiezas a olvidar a la que no te supo amar? ¿Cómo le digo al corazón que mi enemigo se volvió? ¿Cómo empiezas otra vez habiendo tanto por perder? En estas cosas del amor siempre sale un perdedor y ese fui yo. Él así es feliz siempre pensando en ella. Yo la quiero olvidar, volverme a enamorar. ¿Cómo hacerle entender que nada saldrá bien si no la deja de querer? ¿Cómo empiezas a olvidar a la que no te supo amar? ¿Cómo le digo al corazón que mi enemigo se volvió? ¿Cómo empiezas otra vez habiendo tanto por perder? En estas cosas del amor siempre sale un perdedor y ese fui yo.
¿Cómo empiezas a olvidar? Right there, Mr. Juan Treviño, right here on Tejano Time Podcast, guys. Everybody that's watching the show out there, again, great song, but it's just outstanding right there. If you have not heard the song, I'm sure the guys that listen to it right now, everybody that's taking, a listen to it, I hope you liked it, man. It's just it's another great song, another great tune, and it's upbeat, and I love about it, and it just got all that unique sounds, like you guys said. You put everything together, you use all these different people, of course, yourself as well. You take the time to actually say, okay, well, this is not sounding to my liking. Let's do it over again. Let's do something different. You know what I mean? So yeah, amazing. You know what I mean? And the album is full of that. It's packed with all kinds of great songs on that album. So go out and stream it, guys. It's available on all digital platforms. Why not? You got platforms out there, so you have your favorite. Go out there, search Juan Treviño, and all his music will pop up from his last album as well, which did very well for him as well. We had the hit Sedúceme También, and other hits on that album as well. So go out there and search this stuff. It's all good. You know what I mean? So Juan, again, man, what's next for Juan Treviño in the upcoming of 2024 in the new year?
Well, this year I concentrated a lot on my stuff. and I literally stopped writing for other artists. I don't even know if anybody released my music this year for that same reason that I didn't work on
Mhm.
anything. So that's partly it. Start writing again and giving songs to other artists and producing them. I'm producing a couple songs right now for Roel Martinez also.
Okay.
We should start working on that entrando el año. That's pretty much it, man. I try to write songs for other artists and also work for probably release a single here and there, but probably my album won't come out probably till next year around October, around that area. I just feel like it's too soon to
Yeah.
release music. Yeah. So I mean, I gotta feel it too, So sometimes
Hmm.
I can go, 3 or 4 months without doing anything because I don't, like I said, I don't feel like
Yeah.
writing or getting in the studio. But when it comes to like writing for other artists and producing, that is like work. So you have to just work at it every day, and so it's a little different from when it's my own.
When it's your own. Mhm.
Yeah, but yeah, pretty much that produce for other artists and write for other artists also.
Amazing right there. Felicidades a Juan Treviño. It's coming from Nina Jaime. That's right. From
Gracias,
La
Nina.
Familia. Big shout out
Saludos a
to her.
todos.
Robert Martinez también is on the show. I'm checking it out. Muchas felicidades.
Saludos,
So,
Roel.
sounds awesome. See you soon. You were just talking about that right there. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Congrats. It's coming from Mr. Mary Garcia también. So checking out the
thank you,
show.
Mary.
JC. That's right. JC. Saludos, RG, Keith, and Juan.
Saludos, JC. Puro 956.
Yeah. Puro 956. There we go. So big shout out to everybody that's out there tuning in. Share the live as well. We definitely want you to share the live. Get the word out. You know what I mean? Let everybody know. And if you hadn't checked out the video, it's live here as well. Aaron Rodriguez, Toledo area, Ohio. Saludos, he says here.
Saludos, Aaron. Hasta Toledo.
Yes, big shout out to him. Mr. Ricky Duran también. He says you're opening up doors. For sure, opening doors. There's no doubt about that. I mean,
I'm trying.
trying. Yes, he's pushing with all his might. But yes, definitely. Again, looking forward to 2024. Going to focus on little things. Not for yourself, but go back into doing some songwriting for other artists and whatnot. So what we can expect from you in the upcoming years, basically what we're going to do, what was the topic, not the topic, but the question, in 2024. So we got it. We got the info we needed. You know what I mean? You're going to just kick back and enjoy your Grammy, of course, as well. You know what I mean? Give it some time to sink in. I know you got still a lot more stuff lined up for you there to share around. So that's hey, go for it, buddy. The time is yours now. You know what I mean? Again, congratulations to you on that. Taking that album of the year, Tejano there. At the 2023 Latin Grammy Awards, it doesn't get any better than that. You know what I mean? You were up against some great artists as well. You ended up taking it, man.
It's a blessing, man. I mean, just being nominated with everybody that was on the nomination, Jay Perez,
Yeah.
Gary Hobbs, Relax, Insomnio. It's just a blessing just to be on there and to come home from Spain with the Grammy. It's just something that it's unbelievable, and to be able to share that with all the people who have followed me throughout the years, because a lot of people didn't know me, till I won recently, and it's understandable. Everybody follows different artists, but hopefully now they know who I am and give me a chance, listen to my music, and I know they've listened to my songs with other artists for sure.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, and so I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just grateful and blessed, and
Right.
to have the opportunity to be on that stage with those same the same those artists that they've been in this genre for many years, and to be considered one of the best albums this year for Tejano, and this is a vote for that. The Grammys it's people who vote. It's people in the business, in the industry, engineers, producers, and so to know that my peers, believe that this was the best record, best album
Mhm.
this year. It's a blessing. So I'm just I'm blessed. There's no other word I can say.
Right. Yeah, it does at all right now, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah. that is great. And like I said, there was a lot of great artists up there in that category as well. So, but congratulations to them as well, all the nominees. But 2023 was well for you. Esteban did well. You did great. 2024, like you said, you're going to take a back seat on all that and just focus on other stuff. And like I said, you just said earlier about, they haven't heard, a lot of these people out there that are watching the show, a lot of people around, the world in the state of Texas have never really heard, Juan Treviño. But little do they know that like you said, you've written a lot of songs for a lot of artists that they've probably liked and danced to or listened to before in the past and had no clue who, even though our songwriter was, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of stuff that people do behind the scenes that they don't get recognized for, you know what I mean? At times they do, but the real true fan out there just wants to hear the song, you know what I mean, and not really pay too much attention to the songwriter. But they need to bring that back. And I know back in the days, a lot of those people were the songwriters, whether it be composers, producers, and stuff like that, would get awards way back when in the early 90s and the 80s and stuff like that. Now, it's not even a category anymore for most people, so it's tough, but they need to show some recognition.
And for the Tejano Awards, technically, when the Song of the Year usually goes to the songwriter also. I have a couple of Tejano Awards for Song of the Year for the Canción Adicta for Melida Reina, and then right after that, the next year, I won for Un Amigo Tendrás that I wrote for Jay Perez. So those awards, I have them here at the house. They do go to the songwriter. They just promote more the artist, but
the artist, right?
Yeah. So that también. I mean, I've been blessed to that. Tejano Awards and everybody in the industry, as far as that. What makes the industry as far as producers, engineers, and the artists, they leave the doors open for me all the time. So I'm grateful for that too.
That's good. Yeah, it's good to hear that. You know what I mean? That's because you don't hear too much of that. They need to actually go out on the limb and actually do give it some time on out there. Juan Gonzalez, saluditos, is watching the show as well. Juan. A lot of people tuned in from all over. Danny Nayola mentioned something earlier. He's actually in the group here. He says he started writing songs 3 years ago after 44 years in education. And Juan Treviño, basically your award-winning songwriting inspires him. Basically, he says, "Gracias, thanks, Danny Nayola." So he's a
muchas gracias, gracias, Danny. I mean, this is what I write music for. Like I said, just to hope that somebody can identify with my songs and if I can help somebody else, as far as writing, I have people that I look up to that are singer-songwriters myself. So I get it. And if I'm like that for somebody else, it's just a privilege, really, to be able to go into somebody else's mind and kind of, influence their music in a way. It's awesome, It's awesome.
It'd be tough to pick their music or pick their head, basically. You know what I mean? Get inside their mind.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody that's watching, man, thank you guys so much. We're joining here on the show. Last podcast of 2023, Mr. Juan Treviño. Again, it's always great talking to this guy here. He's always full of information, all kinds of great things, happening with him. And, again, you've been in the studio quite a few times here. And every time you come over here, it's been a great thing. We do here. We're planning on doing another show pretty soon. So you guys stay tuned to that. He's going to come out here and showcase a lot of his songs that he has written in the past. It's still in the works, still in the planning, but we're definitely going to get that done sometime this year, I would say, because, he's got some free time. He just said it earlier, so he's going to take some time.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's something that we've talked about maybe almost 2 years now about it.
Yeah.
We for sure we got to do it soon.
Yeah, we'll do an evening show sometime throughout the year, a couple of months, 6 months, 4 months from now or so. We'll set it all up and let you guys know. And we'll have them here on the show as well here. Still live on Houston'sTejanoHits.com. So follow us for that, guys, if you're out there tuned in as well. You know what I mean? That's another great thing to check out and follow up on in the future. All right, guys. Mary, got to see you again, is watching as well. She says congrats again. Everybody that's out there. Nina Jaime también felicidades, Juan, from
Gracias,
la familia.
thank you.
Vanita Leo and Los Juanos, that's, believe that is their grandmother out of Mexico there, that's tuned in right there. Big shout out to those guys for tuning in right here. Marcus C. Daniels, he says, congrats, bro. Can you write me a song? A hit song, he said.
Sure. Send me a message.
There you go. And throw those little deal there. Big shout out to Marcus Daniels right there from the Three Amigos show on Tejano TV as well. The guys are always showing support here. You can catch my podcast as well, afternoons on Tejano TV on Roku and also Fire Stick, guys. So if you don't get a chance to watch this full interview, you can catch it during the week as well in the afternoons there, right after the Three Amigos show to be exact. All right. So para Juan Mendoza también and all the team out there. D, everybody. Thank you guys so much for making this all happen. So again, Juan, we wish you the best of luck on anything that you tackle in the upcoming future. All the projects you have that are in front of you that you have not yet, that are just sitting on your lap and you're waiting to tackle. Good luck with all that in the new year. We want to take the time to wish you, your wife, and your family a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. All that great stuff that comes with it, man. It's almost closing out 2023. We're almost there.
No, thank you for having me. And yeah, here too. This is the last interview I have this year. My publicist has had me running up and down all since we came back doing interviews here and there. And I mean, I'm not complaining. I love it. Just getting my music across, all these platforms is just great for me. And I'm just, like I said, grateful. And thank you. I mean, to you and all your audience, for taking the time to listen to my story a little bit, and I'm just happy to be here.
There you go. Yes, and we're happy to have you as well, man. It was an honor. We're looking forward to the next already, Mr. Juan. Again, gracias. Thank you so much. It's the Houston native, okay, guys. Mr. Juan Treviño. He's, here from H-Town, all right? So,
H-Town.
Yeah, he lives about 2 blocks from me, all right? No me te crees.
Open your door.
Right, open my door. He's already coming in here. All right. All right, guys. Appreciate everybody that's taking the time again to join the show. You guys share the live. Again, thank you, Juan. God bless. Until next time. Thank you.
Saludos a todos.